So today I'm actually going to be doing a double video. So if you notice the same outfit, same hair, same everything, well, that is because it is. I'm just going to go ahead and record twice at once, right? So this particular video topic that I'm going to bring up is about what is success. So in my prior video, I discussed a lot about how I personally felt that nothing I did was accomplished, right? That, well, it's just a master's degree. It's just another master's degree. It's just a 4.0. Like nothing was ever good enough, right? And when I ask myself those questions regarding why do I feel this way? What about this makes it feel empty to me? I came across the reality of it was because I wasn't accomplishing the things that truly mattered to me. All my time was dedicated pursuing an ideal, a vision that I had for what is success, right? So being poor when I was younger, being homeless a couple times as a young man, struggling many times with no food, there were common ideas that were shared amongst a lot of my peers at that time, such as if I could get to making $100,000 a year, I'd have no problems, right? And that was really, the idea was just earn more money. If I earn more money, all my problems go away, right? And as I continued to climb this professional ladder and continued to see my net worth just explode beyond what I expected, and to bear in mind, this was like a reverse bell curve, right? Because I started out with no worth, but no debt. And after one of my particular relationships, I ended being negative $450,000 net worth, right? And $450,000 was a very nightmarish moment for me, to now where my net worth is very much so beyond anything I ever expected it to be, right? But I asked myself, does that mean I'm successful, right? Is success just earning more money? Is success making this or making that? Should I just leave every job I have as soon as I'm offered a few $1,000s a year more? And this really came to a head for me as I turned down a particular job opportunity in, I think it was 2018 or 2019. Maybe 2019. I can't remember too well. But this was at a particular conference for an industry organization that I was doing a lot of volunteer work for. And I was at the bar in Green Valley Ranch, Nevada, right? And Green Valley Ranch is a beautiful place. And I basically got to live that entire weekend in a way that the entire week, I got to live in a way that I never expected. I never saw my life being that way. As I sat in the Tuscany suite of Green Valley Ranch, and I was like, this is amazing. As I did the things I was doing, ate whatever I wanted, like rubbed elbows with so many powerful people throughout my industries. I was like, is this what success is? Because I still don't feel like I've met success. So at this bar, that was this lovely quartz bar. Like, I will never forget this thing. I just sat there thinking how ungodly expensive this bar must be. There was a couple that had sat down, right? And of the individuals, they were two, if I remember right, both of them were the CEOs of their respective companies, and they were in the process of doing a merger, right? And CEO A was the CEO of a resource mining company, right? They primarily specialized in gold at the time. The CEO of company B was the CEO of a dispensary chain in Nevada. And dispensary A was in the process, business A, CEO A was in the process of acquisitioning CEO B's company. And as I was listening to them talk at the bar about various concerns and things of that nature, they were worried about as they try to meld resources and combine these two very distinctly different business models. I just happened to hear like a random thing that I honed in on. And I started providing some insights. I asked a few questions and got a better idea for what business problems they were facing, and wrapped a solution or two around it, pointed them into the direction of the resources. And all of a sudden, the CEO of the resource mining company, just like out of nowhere, asked me, where my background was. And when I expressed where my background was, he offered me a corporate suite position in his company. And the initial offer was $275,000 a year. And at the time, that wasn't like this god-awful amount more than what I was making. And I was just like, no, I'm good. But I provided him with some more guidance. And here's how you can do these things. And if you need, reach out to me. I'll provide you with more insight. And he upped his offer and upped his offer and upped his offer as I continued to decline. The final offer that he extended out to me was $475,000 plus restricted stock, plus all sorts of other stuff. And at that point, I paused. And it was this really like heavy breathing moment for me, right? So in this heavy breathing moment, I really had to ask myself, what do I do? And it was 2018, dialed in, now thinking back at other events, 2018, because I had never been offered so much money and so much opportunity. I mean, this is right before they procured this very successful dispensary chain. And their stock values are about to shoot through the roof. And I was like, ooh, restricted stock. This is a major deal. Like, I'm going to be making good money off of this if I take it. And I asked myself, how do I feel about that opportunity, though? That was a moment in my life where I don't even know how to describe the sensation that I had, because I was able to say no and feel like completely good about my decision. Like, no, I don't need the money. I'll help you. I'll point you in the direction of people who are just as capable of doing this as me. But I have other plans, and I'm going to accomplish those goals and those dreams. And I keep this gentleman's business card at my house in America, and I have it slid underneath the metal prong of my glass table in my living room so I can see it through my glass table, because it's a reminder to me that success wasn't how much I'm making. Success wasn't how auspicious my title was. Success wasn't how much people recognized my name and clamored when they saw me. Success, to me, was different. And I started talking to some other highly successful people to get a better understanding of what it was that drove them. And this drove me a little bit further in the direction of looking at my friends who contemporarily would not be considered successful. They would actually be considered the antithesis of it. But why are they so happy and secure? Why are they satisfied in their life and in their accomplishments when, contemporarily speaking, they would be the exact opposite of successful? And it led me to that self-discovery moment of what is success. Success and what you see as success is going to be tied directly to your motivational value system, right? For me, success is the ability to make a difference in the world and bring people together, to help people grow and become the best versions of themselves possible. I feel most successful not when I've saved an organization $10 million. I feel most successful when I've managed to help a person find a part of themselves that they didn't know existed and nurture their spark so that That look on their face as they realize for the first time dreams that they never even knew they had, potential that they never knew they had. That is where I feel successful. It wasn't in money. The money piece was rooted in security. Yes, I wanted to feel secure. I wanted to not have to worry about paying my car payment. I wanted to not have to worry about where I'm going to stay tonight. I wanted to not have to worry about picking between what I'm going to pay, right? But the money wasn't what made me successful. And even now, like cash bonuses and things like that, these little bits of money, like they're insignificant to me. Like they just, as I look at all my bills are paid and I always have a surplus and I'm able to give to nonprofit organizations in the way that I would like to give to them, money isn't it. It never was. And it was a big revelation for me to understand, or revelation for me to be able to understand. It's revelation. Jeez, my brain is like fried. But it was something important for me to understand that value, that success that I saw in myself really came from making a difference in various people's lives. And specifically people who shared similar backgrounds to me, how they struggled day and night and tried so hard. I have a new employee right now who, like, I'm just driven to help this man succeed in his goals and his vision and everything, because he seems like just such an earnestly good person who tries so hard to make a difference in the world of others. And I thrive on seeing that success in other people. And that is what gives me my energy. That is what gives me my spark. That is what makes me feel so happy in life. And I'm so glad that I found that, because if I hadn't, I would probably be chasing dollar signs still to this day, and chasing promotion increases and things of that nature, where it's like, oh, I have this cool title, right? Find what you deem as success, because chances are it's probably not money and clout. Chances are there's probably something specific that you're trying to accomplish with that money and clout. Find what that is and determine what the best way is to help you get there, right? There's a ton of resources on the internet, right? And I still provide a lot of life coaching services for various different people around me. So if you're watching this and you're not sure what to do, or if the online resources you've listened to really aren't helping you find your niche, feel free to reach out to me, because at the end of the day, it is my goal to bring that happiness and that insight into people. And that is what makes me feel successful. And I always hope to see everyone around me grow as much as they can into the best version of themselves that they want to be for them. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day.